Libra family, hello and welcome to your October 2024 tarot forecast. I'm Ms. Eden, and Libras, I'm so happy that you're joining me. Welcome. This is going to be a general reading for Libra sun, moon, and rising signs. So fam, if you're not sure of your moon or rising sign, a quick Google search for that birth chart calculator will do you for that info, or a quick search. There's plenty of astrology apps that'll give you a birth chart for free as well. All right, y'all. For all the longtime subscribers, welcome back. All right. And for all the new subscribers, I know we have some new family, I should say, joining us. Welcome. I'm so glad that you all are here and that this family keeps growing. So thank you all for all your comments, all your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. I'm feeling the love and I'm sending it tenfold right back at you, fam. So I hope all my Libra fam are doing well coming into this very busy, energetic season that we're having. Know that if you don't catch this message right after I post this video, that's okay, Libras, all right? Whenever you feel the right timing to watch this video is the right time for you to receive this message. And I certainly hope that there's something in here for my Libra family. All right, y'all. So definitely let me know in the comments how I'm doing. I really appreciate the feedback. It helps let me know I'm not just like shooting in the dark, right? So last plug, if y'all like what you see here, I do also have an Instagram. Don't dabble too much on the other socials, but I try and hold it steady with the YouTube and the Instagram. It's about what I can handle. And there's all sorts of things that I post over there that don't always get over to my YouTube. So go ahead and check me out over there and give me a follow over there, fam, and we can keep growing this wonderful community. Libra family, happy birthday, by the way. I'm like, the first video for the new monthly forecast, I'm always a little rusty, and I should remember to always start with a happy birthday, Libra family, because that's what I should have started with. It's your birthday season as we are, depending on when you're catching this video, because I know at the beginning of October, we're still in, wait a second. Hold up. Sorry. Beginning of October, we're in Libra season full blast. All right. It's not till kind of late October that we switch over into Scorpio season. So I'm getting it all confused. Thanks for rocking with me, Libra family, on this first video of the month, where it's always, there's a little, a few little kinks that I got to work out. So appreciate y'all so much. So happy birthday, Libra family. I hope the birthday season is treating you well, that there's lots of love and just magic and shine that you're receiving this birthday season. Let me know in the comments how this birthday season's been for y'all. Hope it's been treating y'all right. Let's talk a little bit, Libra, really quick about the astrology of the month before I dabble into the tarot cards that I got here for us. Also, I'm curious if y'all are interested in hearing, you hear me plenty, and seeing like the shuffling and the dealing out, because I'm trying to keep these videos relatively short. So that's why I choose not to show it. I'm certainly not opposed to y'all seeing me shuffle, but sometimes, it takes a minute. So I'm not much on the editing scope yet, but definitely in the comments, if there's some feedback from y'all that you're like, yeah, I want to see you shuffle and make the spread live, for the video. Absolutely happy to do it. Just let me know. So anyway, I digress. Libra family. Ooh, we got to talk the astrology, coming back to that, because there's a lot that's going to be affecting my Libra folks this Libra season. And like I said in my last video, if you caught the September forecast, and probably even a touch before that, maybe August as well, some astrology forecasts there, I've been saying that the energy is picking up, right, from here to the end of the year. So we're not even in like the energy is picking up. We're kind of getting into the thick of it here now at the beginning of October. We should already be feeling that pace. A lot of us were like, whoa, just a lot of things happening, a lot of swift changes. And this is all part of a larger paradigm shift that we as humanity are going through. So anyway, we come into the month of October with a new moon on the 2nd, which also happens to be a solar eclipse in your sign, because new moons are always in the sign that the sun is in. So we have a new moon in Libra. which is also a solar eclipse in Libra. Interestingly, Libra, to note, for those of you who are a bit more of the astrology buffs, because I don't want to digress too much, I want to keep this moving. This is going to impact the north and south nodes, which are very much karmic points in our chart. Usually in your birth chart, it will only show the north node. Right now, the nodes, the north node is in Aries, the south node, which is always the sign directly opposite the north node, whatever that may be. And so that, sorry, I got a little distracted for a second. A text came in. So anyway, the south node is always the sign opposite the north. So if the north node is in Aries, the south node is in Libra. Okay, my Libra family. And that's been that way for, I think, the past like year to 15, 18 months or so. So you've been rocking with this nodal energy, you could say, for a while, which deals a lot with our karmic ties and our karmic pursuits for being here in this life, right? Maybe you're like, right, I guess. So yeah. So that's a little bit a touch. I'm not going to dive deep into the nodes, but the north node will kind of govern like what we need to accomplish, right? With the goals that we came into the life kind of with, our karmic goals. The south node, so that's an Aries, goals, north node, right? The south node, which is in Libra, governs kind of like these karmic ties, these things that we might need to release or lessons that we need to learn, these karmic lessons. And so it's in your sign, Libra. So if you've been learning a lot of karmic lessons the last 15 to 18 months, yeah, makes sense. This eclipse will have some aspects, and again, just keeping in mind those nodal aspects with the north and south node, with the south node in your sign. This eclipse is really going to highlight again, like relationship balance for my Libras. You're going to need to lean into a lot of just truth, right? Because you are the card of justice, the scales, truth, balance, right? Harmony. But it's going to very much deal with kind of our relationship dynamics are going to be highlighted, or maybe even for some of y'all, it's already been coming up since our last eclipse. Since at the time of this filming, we're in the middle of eclipse season right now. We just had our lunar eclipse in, what was it, Pisces, I believe. And so now we're having our solar eclipse, our final eclipse of 2024 in Libra. All right, so that's probably going to like rock y'all. That's on the 2nd of October, coming straight into the month. Then on the 9th of October, Jupiter goes retrograde in the sign of Gemini. Just something to note about that is there'll be a couple of days there from the 9th to the 11th, right? And that, like the days surrounding that, where all the outer planets of our system are in retrograde. So that's Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. We're talking huge paradigm shifts. So just if I would imagine that there might be some big things happening in the world around the 9th to the 11th of October, mid-month, like that period when all the planets are retrograde. And then on the 11th of October, so just a couple days after, Pluto finally moves direct. And if you've been following my videos, you know that Pluto has been retrograde for a minute. Pluto transits and retrogrades are slow because it's the outermost dwarf planet. Okay, I'll be precise with that. But it's the outermost heavenly body. So it has very slow retrogrades, very slow transitions through the signs of the zodiac. And what we've been going through collectively is a shift from Pluto in Capricorn, all about power, control, top-down power dynamics, our governmental systems, right? Our financial systems, because Uranus is also in Taurus right now, are being shaken up. But it's moving, this Pluto direct is, now we're shifting out of Capricorn and into Aquarian energy. So the playing field is getting leveled. That's why all these shakeups are happening. All this movement is happening from here to the end of the year. Going to be really important to stay objective and from a broader perspective, do your research, fact check, kind of, don't take everything at face value, that because just everything's going to be shifting and changing, and the power structures are part of that shift and change. People in power and those institutions in power that have been there for a while, they don't fall easily or lightly, right? So it's going to be loud. Just mark your calendars. Moving ahead in October to the 17th, we have a full moon in Aries, which again, talking those north and south nodes, that's going to put a little bit of highlighting on the nodes there, right? This kind of like karmic work that we have to do, our goals, and then the ties and lessons that we have come to learn with that relationship dynamics. What do we come to learn with our relationship dynamics? And this doesn't mean only romantic, y'all. This is like bonds of all sorts: work, family, friends, acquaintances, yes, love, but again, like parents, children, aunts, uncles, all branches of relationship and how we balance that, right, in our lives. Then on the 22nd of October, we have Scorpio season beginning. So we round out Libra season with a big old bang, right? Like, y'all have had a busy ass season. Please let me know in the comments how this eclipse affects y'all. I'm really curious for my Libra family, especially. Like, how are y'all doing with this eclipse energy? Big moments for shifts and changes and pivots, right? Like, it's the time for action. It's not the time anymore for stuff to be like planning or whatever. That was before. That was August and the end of summer. Like, now it's go time. So please let me know in the comments how is go time going for my Libras. All right, y'all. Thanks for rocking with me through the astrology forecast. Again, let me know how that's panning out throughout the month for you. Libra, let's talk October. Okay, you're coming in. Here you are, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, shit's changing. Duh. I have a feeling I'm going to see this. The first thing that popped into my mind with your first two cards are, I'm going to be seeing this for a lot of the signs this month, because again, like I said, with the astrology, we're in a big shift period where a lot is changing. We're going to have very surprising, sudden shifts and changes, not only on like our power structures, but also, we got a lot going on with planet Earth. I mean, we're in hurricane season here in good old United States. There's storm seasons all over, droughts, fires. I mean, it's getting real, y'all. So anyway, Libra, things are changing for you. The Wheel of Fortune is changing. All right. And so the wheel to keep note is that the wisdom to come in with is that, yes, change is the only predictable thing in life. The only constant is change, is the phrase I'm trying to get to. All right, and there you are, like, changing. Your fortune is changing, and again, like, nothing's ever permanent. So for some of my Libras, since this is a general reading, it could be a change for the better. For some, it could be maybe a change for the worse, maybe, Hopefully for most of y'all, since it is your birthday season, it's a change for the better, because it's not going to come slow, y'all. Like I said, again, with the energy. Sorry, I keep fussing with my hair. It's how I do. Ms. Eden, the hair fusser and tarot reader. But the Chariot energy is crossing you. So very directed, fast movement. All right. Like, this is like divinely guided movement, because there's no reins on this Chariot. Like, you are trusting your trusty steeds, which is the universe, yourself, your higher self, to guide you. So yeah, the change is going to come quick for many of my Libras this month, coming into the month. And y'all have been in this place of indecision for a minute. This is at the base for y'all in October. But again, I think this is like coming in from the past. Whatever's kind of at the base has roots coming in before, this present reading. So y'all have been in a space of indecision. Again, we got the moon there. Maybe a lunar eclipse has really shined some light on some truths for you. Swords, Two of Swords, intellect, our mind, right? Understanding the truth. This is also about us taking time away from other people's opinions and the commotion of day-to-day life, to take a moment away from all, like, again, the sea of what rattles our emotion, to sit quietly and acknowledge that all that's still there behind us. All the world's still turning, but you need a moment to suss out which direction to go. So it's a bit of an indecision card. Been a bit, like, unsure of Again, I think that's changing with these first two cards. It's like, nope, you like either the universe is changing it for you, and I'm going to say no because there's no Tower card in your reading. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at that, like no Tower coming up for my Libras this month. So this is all directed by you, Libra, this change. You're like, okay, I know which way to go now. Because in the past, like messages and things concerning your heart, right? How you feel about things, cups, heart. We got the Knight of Cups here. So this can do with messages. Maybe some of y'all have recently moved, but messages from past people, past situations, something maybe coming from the past. This could also indicate an actual person. The court cards could be maybe a younger masculine figure who's a water sign, which is Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, right? I think that's it. 4 signs. Yeah. 3 per sign. Okay. Yeah. So for some of you, it might actually be like a younger water sign individual who's affecting the past. Maybe some stuff that's been said, messages that have been relayed that have affected you, and again, caused some of that indecision for you. But I feel like despite all that, Libra, you've still been able to sit really comfortably and stably and more stable. I feel like that's not a word. I've been missing out, making up words in some of my readings here and not being grammatically correct, but you've been a lot better able to stabilize yourself with this Queen of Pentacles crowning your reading this month. So if you don't feel like you have, it's gonna kind of come this month for you, is this feeling of like, okay, I can sit in my garden and appreciate the abundance that I have all around me, material goods, because we're talking, or material affairs and things, because we're talking pentacles. Doesn't always mean money, right? But you can appreciate all the things that you have around you, all the abundance, all the pleasures, really kind of sensually sit with it. And this is also a very motherly, nurturing card, right? So when, like a very tender, compassionate energy that you've been, like, again, that's crowning your whole vibe in October, which is great, especially if you also are knowing with that Chariot and Wheel of Fortune which direction to go. That's a perfect marriage of like directed energy, right? But also leading with love and compassion and tenderness, and yeah, beautiful. This might also stand for a female figure in my Libra's life, crowning and affecting some of it. This could be an earth sign, feminine energy, I should say. So that would be what? Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo from our earth signs. That could be affecting maybe some of the material affairs of some of my Libras this month. Now, interestingly, coming up in the future, I had a few cards fall out for y'all. All right, I had to marinate on this for a minute on how to do it, but you got the Moon, the Sun, and the Knight of Wands. So again, like a lot of court cards. I think last month, Libra, for those of you who checked out my reading last month, I might have to go back and check. I think y'all had a lot of court cards, just nothing but people surrounding you and affecting your situation. So yeah, how's that panning out for my Libras, if I'm remembering correctly? Apologies if I'm confusing it with another reading. But let's start. This is what's coming up in October, like mid-late October. So again, we're talking, let me check my dates. We're talking when that Pluto direct kind of happens. We're going into the full moon period, right? Because that's between the 11th and the 17th. So I'd just say mid-late October is what I put into kind of the energy for these cards. And you're starting off really kind of leading a little bit with fear. You're uncertain, right? And here's an eclipse and also a full moon. So again, like eclipse season, a lot of hard truths I'm hearing might come up for my Libras that they really have to like accept. And so it's going to lead to a place of uncertainty and fear. This is very much about being driven by like that primal fear, right? That kind of protective instinct where we might knee jerk into bad reactions that may feel like they protect us in the short term, but they really don't serve us well in the long term, Libra. So that's kind of coming up for you. You're going to have this moment of uncertainty of like, oh shit, right? That's going to start rocking your world. Maybe you'll go back to that like Two of Swords base of like, I don't know anymore, right? Like now I'm back at indecision. Well, don't worry, you're not going to stay there, because then you have the sun coming up to just shine all the light that is necessary onto those dark areas of uncertainty that this moon is bringing for my Libra family. So this is the most bestest. This is the like the happiest card that you can get. So again, it's like, I understand it. Like you got to go through some shit sometimes in order to get to your sunshine. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So for some of y'all, maybe it's like a dark night of the soul. You might be going through a little bit, right? Yeah, but the sunshine is coming. The light is coming to give you clarity on how to move forward, right? And it's going to lift your spirits. Like it's going to be nothing but good for you, and you're going to feel it, right? Like it's going to be a complete shift of feelings for y'all, from fear to joy. Like there's no fearless, I should say, right? And then to wrap that all up, there you are, like Knight of Wands. Or again, this could be an actual figure. I'll get to that in a second. But Knight of Wands, like maybe y'all might be deciding to move. Again, I was thinking about that with the Knight of Cups too. Like maybe some of y'all have already moved, since that was in the past, recently, perhaps. But this night in the future, like maybe some of y'all are planning to move coming up. This could also be messages kind of affecting your future, but a lot of fast energy, right? Like you know how to wield it. It's very creative, very fiery, very inspired kind of energy and movement. Ooh, beautiful. Yes, that's like taking all the fear then like you learned from that shit, and you are like wielding that energy beautifully come mid-end of the month, right? This could, like I said, let me go back to it, also indicate an actual person, since it is a court card. Younger, I'd say like more masculine, but maybe like a slightly androgynous energy. Fire sign. So what do we got? Fire. We got Leo, Sag, and Aries, right? So, wow. Lot of, again, that Wheel of Fortune and Chariot ain't fucking lying. Oh, I'm sorry. But it's just as these cards were coming out, I was like, ooh, birthday season for my Libras. Holy shnikes, I'll say. All right. Here's my Libras here and now, the star. Yeah, you are like just taking all this movement that's happening, all this change that's for the better. Like it's good for you, Libra. And I think you really understand that now. Like you're welcoming it. But this is all about balancing, resting, restoring yourself, like divine rest and restoration. Also, like you're being seen, appreciated, seen by your guides, your angels, the universe, those around you. So, yeah, you are the star, some of y'all. Conversely, this is about if you need that period of rest and restoration, that could be where some of y'all find yourself for a moment in October. Like amidst all the chaos, you know how to take your time now to restore. You know what you need to refill yourself. Awesome. And people, this is how others are kind of seeing you this month, right? So just like I guess maybe you're only meeting and canoodling and canoodling. I think that's more of a lovey term. So, I mean, apply it as you will. Sometimes words pop out. So yeah, apply it as you will, Libras. But this is all about your closest of close this month. So this isn't just like what others think of you. This is all about like you're socializing with only your besties. Like this is like your coven. This is BFFs, best friends forever, your closest and tightest of people, judgment-free zone, the people that you completely trust. So they are seeing you. There is a lot of interaction between y'all this month, and you're just leaning into each other, having a great time and supporting one another. And I think that's what's helping a lot of my Libras through these moon moments, these indecision, Two of Swords moments, right? Hopes and fears is that you're not going to be able to keep the clarity that you need to like seek that truth that is important for you to keep that wheel turning up and not down, right? Because it's going to, the energy and everything's going to be coming at you fast, Changes might be coming for my Libras fast this month. All right. And you're going to have to be able to like take it, assimilate it, which is the star, take a moment to rest and assimilate it, and then be like, oh, okay, right. Sun. And sun's also part of that assimilation, right? Because you're shining all that light. But it's also about then it lifting you to a much lighter and brighter space. Oh. So yeah, your hopes and fears this month are that you're not going to be able to keep that clarity, that sort of emotion, that detachment perhaps emotionally from what it is you need to get done and suss out this month, the truths that you need to seek for yourself and for your own growth, my beautiful Libras, especially with this eclipse season, right? A lot of stuff pops up, stuff from the past too. So whatever's popping up, follow it, lean into it and meet it with curiosity. I know discomfort is just that. It's not comfortable, but it's important to meet that with that discomfort with curiosity, because it has something to teach us always. That's why it comes up for us. So again, from all that I'm seeing, like the fears there that you're not going to be able to hold the line with staying like very intellectually sharp and truth oriented and cutting through the bullshit and not getting tied in emotionally. But I'd say for my Libras, a lot of y'all, again, just lean into your besties when you start doubting yourself, because your final words are, like your closest of close are where it's at for you this month, Libra, is Two of Cups. This is about a relationship with one other specific person. It doesn't always indicate a romantic relationship, but it can. For some of my Libras, very much a romantic relationship is at the forefront. And like I said in the astrology, my beautiful Libras, if you remember, that nodal influence with the north and south nodes, south node being in Libra, this eclipse being in Libra, solar eclipse, it's shining. It's not a full eclipse either. So it's weird that I'll say it's shining light because it blocks it out for a minute. But it is going to be shining light on all things having to do with relationship. So that's going to be really important for you this month, is this dynamic with one other person that you're very close to. It could be a work person. It could be someone you are collaborating with on a project. It could be a child. It could be a partner romantically. It could be a parent. I'm saying it's not always romantic, but for some of my Libras, it may be. Absolutely. And it's beautiful. This is like someone that you're, again, very close to. If it's romantic, it's very like twin flamey kind of element. But I guess you can be non-romantic twin flames as well. I got plenty of people in my life that I'm like, oh, I know we rock together on like another life, before this. Like, I know you're just, I know you're familiar and I love you off the tip. So it's kind of like that, right? Like a deep connection, maybe like from many lifetimes, again, I just flow with what's coming. So if that's it. But there's this interesting dynamic final words for my Libras this month. There's this interesting play of like leaning into those that are close. You're not looking to socialize with big groups or outside groups or acquaintances or anyone that's not your tightest clique this month. And here's like a little reminder of that it's not just even about being with your tightest of tight. You need some time alone to learn and wrap up cycles, because that truly is the time that we can really process and move through what we need to internally work through and learn from, right? Is those moments of quiet, stillness, and alone time. Because if we got other people and other things around distracting us, we don't have the head, heart, and mind energy space to conquer those tasks. This is all about kind of, you're not sure where you're going, but you are. But, you're taking the steps, letting the lantern and the light lead you, learning what it is you need to learn, Libras, this month. It is a powerhouse learning month and advancement month for my Libra family. Please let me know, Libras, how this hits for you this month, what pieces resonate, and of course, come back mid-month, end of the month, and check out the reading and see how did some of this hit for you. And please let me know in the comments if you're willing to share. I would love to hear. All right, Libra family, sending you so much love for your birthday season and for the month of October. Bye, y'all.